Hello everyone. Today we are going to study about the types of soils. In my previous lecture I have told you how soil is an finite resource, and if we do not use it properly it is going to get over, and so we have to conserve it, we have to take care of it, right? So today we are going to learn about how many types of soil do we have. So first of all, we have to know that type of the soil completely depends upon the parent rock, as well as on the climatic condition of that region. So these are the two major things on basis of which the type of the soil differ from region to region. We will be specifically studying about Indian soils today, like the type of soil present in the Indian territory. So first up, we have to start with alluvial soil. The most fertile soil we know is alluvial soil. It is present in the northern plains of India, and if you want to know about it, you have to understand the river system. So the Himalayan rivers comes down the mountains and they bring this alluvial soil along with them. That is why we also call it as the transported soil. So these are the soil brought down by the river. So in the upper course of the river you get it in a coarser condition. The soil will be the little coarser in condition. As you come to the middle course of the river, it will become finer, and as you move towards the delta, that is the lower course of the river, it becomes the finest. The color of the soil differs from light to dark. It is rich in your potash, phosphorus, nitrogen, and it also has a lot of humus. And humus is something which is formed by the decomposition of dead plants and animals in the soil. So that actually enhances the fertility of the soil and makes the soil very fertile for Rabi and Kharif crop. We to get it in northern plains, and if we study these states, that is Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, parts of Orissa, Delta region of southern India, these are the places where we majorly get the alluvial soil. So let's move on to the next one, that is black soil. Again, one of the fertile soil in India, and black soil we get it in the Deccan Plateau of India. As by the name only it is clear that it will be black in color, but we get it in a grey shade also. This soil is also known with the name as Regur soil or black cotton soil. From here it is clear that it is good for cotton cultivation. This particular soil we get it from the parent rock again. Now basalt is the parent rock. From parent rock, that means the igneous, it is an igneous rock from where we get this kind of soil. Now this particular soil is having high clay content. So now here you have to focus. If it is having clay content, that means it cannot be tilled properly if the moisture in the soil is more, because it will become too sticky. So the farmers who are actually doing cotton cultivation, they either till the soil pre-monsoon or with the first shower of the monsoon. Otherwise after that the soil is going to be very clay, and it will become very difficult for the farmers to till the land. So that is one thing, and it is moisture retentive, so it holds the moisture for a very longer period of time, and it is good for cotton. So it is good for cotton. It is rich in iron, lime, calcium, magnesium, carbonate, alumina. So these are the things. Now the next soil which we are going to study is red and yellow soil. Red and yellow soil, I told you that the soil characteristic, the color depends on the type of the parent rock, but sometimes it also depends on the type of chemical reactions happening in the soil. So one of the example is red and yellow soil. This particular soil get its birth from the crystalline igneous rock, and we get it in the Deccan Plateau only, and southern parts of the Deccan Plateau. The yellow and the red soil are found in the Orissa, Chhattisgarh, Middle Ganga plain. We get it here in these regions specifically. and this particular soil, it becomes red in color due to diffusion of iron with the crystalline and the metamorphic rock, and it gets yellow color when it is in its hydrated form. Next we are going to study about laterite soil. Laterite soil is brickish in character, means the soil color will be brickish. Now the word has come from the Latin word laterite only, which means brick. Okay, now it is found in the region where we have high temperature and high rainfall, and due to very wet condition or sometime very dry condition, the soil get this kind of color. Now this particular soil, we get it in brown to yellowish in color, and when it is exposed to atmosphere it becomes very hard. So that is why we use this particular type of soil for making building material. So that is all about laterite. Let's move on to the next one, that is forest and mountain soil. From here it is very clear we get it in the mountainous region where forests are there. Now I told you at the time of alluvial soil that the river brings down the alluvial soil up from the mountain to the downstreams. So actually the river flow from these areas only and brings down the soil. But at first the soil is not rich in kind of certain minerals, but with time it gets rich in those minerals. So we get this kind of soil in the Himalayan region, as well as in the higher hills in the south and in the peninsular region. We get the soil out there. It is not having, see here, the formation of this soil is mainly governed by the characteristic deposition of organic matter derived from the forest growth, means the plants and all which dies and falls on the ground. The fertility of the soil is gained by that only. So we get it in the hilly slopes of the mountains, and it is good for tea, coffee and spices and tropical fruits. So let's move on to the next soil now, that is the arid soil. So arid soil is basically found in the regions which are dry. Now when I say dry, what comes in your mind? It is Rajasthan. So in the western part of the Rajasthan we get this kind of soil which can be brought under cultivation only with proper implementation of your irrigation facilities and with proper implementation of fertilizers. You cannot use this soil just like that, because the salt content in the soil is too high due to higher evaporation in the region. The salt content rises, and so you cannot use the soil just like that. You have to irrigate the land properly, you have to use proper fertilizers, then only you can use this soil. Otherwise the soil is uncultivable. So that is up with the types of soil. Let's revise once all the types of soil along with the region where we find it with the help of the map which is given in your book. So let's start with the forest and the mountain soil. If you see properly, it is found in the northern parts of India. We get this kind of forest and the mountain soil, and when the river comes down from here, they actually brings the type of alluvial soil which we found in the northern plain. This particular region we get the alluvial soil. Now the alluvial soil we also get it in the northeastern part. Next we get red and yellow soil. I told you it is found in the Deccan Plateau region. You see it here. And one more thing, we get alluvial soil also along the eastern coastal plain. Then you must be thinking why we don't get it in the western coastal plain. To understand it better, you must have studied in class 9 that the western coastal plain is more elevated than the eastern coast. So that is why most of the rivers, they flow towards the eastern coast and they bring down the alluvial soil. So that is what you must have, you should be knowing. We get it from here, as well as the river water from here and here, all this region they get this alluvial soil. So next one is black soil. We get it in the Deccan Plateau region, this area, Saurashtra region we get it. It is good for cotton cultivation, we have known, and it gets its birth from black basalt. Remember like this, black and basalt. Laterite soil, we get it in the western coastal plain, some region here, and it is spreaded. We don't have it a lot, but it is spreaded all over India in small fragments. Arid soil, we basically get it in this region, as I told you, in the western Rajasthan region. It is not good for cultivation. It is good for cultivation only with proper implementation of irrigation facilities and your fertilizer. So that is up for today. I hope you have understood. Thank you and have a nice day.